What is up, everybody? My name is Cian. This is my channel Stoic Speaks. Today I'm going to be talking about the 31 reasons why people fail according to Napoleon Hill.
That's my drip and it's not for free. That's my drip and it's not for free. Then if I stay on my back, then I make him lean. Whole team sauce on deck when we step in clean.
Now, those of you who subscribe know that I'm obsessed with the works of Napoleon Hill, in particular Think and Grow Rich. And I've been listening to it again recently, and I compiled a list of the 31 reasons why he said people fail. There's only one thing on this list that you cannot change, and that's number one is an unfavorable hereditary background, and that's obviously your intelligence. If you're just born from two hillbillies, you don't have a very high chance of success, simply because you're just genetically castrated. You're genetically at a disadvantage, and that's the only genuine reason to not succeed. Number two on the list, lack of self-defined purpose in life. Now, I've suffered from this so much. I only know I'm 23 in 2 days time, and only now am I finding my actual purpose in life, reasons why I actually want to live. No, not as dark as that seems, like reasons to pursue a great life. I am finding my purpose now. Number three, lack of ambition to aim above mediocrity. Lots of people just get happy with their shitty job working in a post office. They'll be happy earning their 12 quid an hour for the rest of their lives, and that's why people can't grow rich, because they settle. Number four, insufficient education. Now, this isn't necessarily university education or something along those lines, but life lessons. You might not have learned jack shit up until you're 30, and you just fail because you don't know anything. Now, this can be your primary education, your secondary education also, but even lots of people I guess as long as you have a good childhood education, you have an excuse to succeed. Number five, lack of self-discipline. Now, I suffer from this immensely. That's why I do NoFap. Once you can discipline yourself and just get down to the grind and pursue your purpose, you're very likely to succeed. People that are disciplined, there's very little things that can actually stop them from getting at their goals. Number six, ill health. Now, this can be poor diet, poor mentality, and using your sex incorrectly. By using your sex, I mean masturbating all the time, being a hoe, basically. It's hard to actually reach your goals when you're hoeing about, when you're not actually transmuting your sexual energy. Think of it, the most sexually active lads they're probably not very successful at all. When you actually make it to the top, then you can just be a hoe, because people are going to be with you because you have a lot going for you. People have a misunderstanding, a misconception that girls love money. They don't love money, they like successful men at the top of the food chain. That's why successful men get a lot of poontang. Number seven, this one is a harsh one, but I know a lot of people like this. Number seven, reason for not succeeding, an unfavorable environment during childhood. Now, we've all had tough childhoods. Everyone has. Even the most spoiled people. I had a great childhood, but there are things I would change if I could have, and that's why people dwell on these things in their childhood that's difficult, and they'll hold them back from succeeding forever. Like, oh, it's just the way I was raised, or I got dealt a bad hand. They tell themselves these things and they're just fucked. Then they can't succeed. Number eight, procrastination. I'm guilty for this. I'm just trying to work on my e-commerce business all weekend, and I just put it off. I was just watching fucking movies on Muhammad Ali. But today it's a different story altogether. I got all the work I needed to do done, and I'm just sitting back waiting for a bit of movement. But procrastination is a bloody killer, lads. Absolute killer. Number nine, lack of persistence. I'm just going to mention what it's like for me. I'm working on my e-commerce business at the moment, and I've ran some ads and they weren't successful. I got a lot of data, that's invaluable, because now I know who to target, what target audience, what country to go for, all of these things like that. But a lot of people would say, oh shit, this doesn't work, I'm not going to waste any money, and then they'd stop. And that's the lack of persistence. They'll see something is not as easy as they thought it was, they'll take that knockback and then they'll end it. But you're never going to be successful if you just stop at the first hurdle because you didn't make it over it. Number 10, the one we all hate, negative personality. I absolutely hate negative people. If someone in my life is negative, I'll just give them the cold shoulder, honestly. That goes with my friends in my direct circle. If they're saying shit I don't want to hear, that's that. I'm done talking to them for the day. I'll talk to them tomorrow. If they're in person, I'll probably skedoodle out of there after like 20 minutes. If it's a colleague in work, I'm going putting my headphones on, listen to an audiobook. Negative personalities, not only do they make it so them themselves can't succeed, they make it so everybody else can't succeed either. Number 11. This goes back to the health one I mentioned. Lack of control over your sexual urges. Kanye West once said that he would have been successful at a much earlier age if he wasn't chasing tail at the club all the time. He used to go to the club every weekend chasing honeys. When he quit this, he rose to fame instantly. Well, not instantly, he got a cult following fairly lively. There's lifelong Kanye fans out there. Number 12. The uncontrolled desire for something for nothing. People love a quick fix. They love that instant gratification. When you want something like to be self-sufficient, to have your own business, or to be a millionaire, self-made millionaire, or self-employed, it's going to be a fucking grind, lads. You're not going to get it quickly. There's no such thing as a get-rich-quick scheme. So when you have that desire for something for nothing, that quick fix, it's just going to keep you in the rut. You're going to keep chasing that. It looked like I was going to elaborate there, but you're wrong. Number 13. Lack of well-defined power of decision. Now, this is my biggest downfall in life. I am an extremely indecisive person. I sit on the fence a lot, and I jump from one thing to the other all the time. So, my best example of this was jumping between martial arts, between kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, back and forth all the time. I'm going to go back to jiu-jitsu full-time, as it is. This was a benefit to me and also detrimental to me. I love jiu-jitsu. I prefer it more to kickboxing, but if I just stuck at jiu-jitsu all the time now, I'd probably be a blue belt by now. But I'm not. I'm a white belt. But it's just because I had a lack of well-defined decision. I couldn't make up my mind. And it's the same with my e-commerce business right now. I'm hopping between products. I'm settling on one now. But this is something I'm going to have to breed out of myself. It's a personality trait that I'm not proud of, that I just can't decide on things. I sit on the fence an awful lot, and it is detrimental to my success. Now, number 14 is something Napoleon Hill says. It's one of the 6 basic fears, and I'm going to put them on the screen now. I can't remember them off by heart. It's what he defines them in his book. There's a whole bunch of them.
Number 15. Burger King foot lettuce. The last thing you'd want in your Burger King burger is someone's foot fungus.
Number 15. Wrong decision of a mate in marriage. Ooh, kill him! This isn't just marriage, this is a relationship in general. Lots of people just go for the wrong fucking woman. Or if you're a woman, go for the wrong man. Your partner can make or break you. I've been with some girls that were detrimental to my success. I know some lads that I've been with women that just drag them the fuck down. Lads, as long as you're not a beta cuck who's just going to run for any woman, you're going to fuck up on this one. Don't be thirsty anyway. You know you are the prize in the relationship as a man, as a masculine character. So you take your time with a woman, make sure you get the right one. That's why I'm holding out. I'm in no rush to go into a relationship right now. Hell no. I'm working on me. When I'm on a 6-figure income, I'll have the pick of the crop of the women coming my way. Number 16. Over caution. Now this is something I don't have at all. I just grab everything by the bull in life and just run with it. But if you are too cautious, if you're afraid to take leaps of faith, then you need to take leaps of faith to actually become successful. There's no ifs and buts around it. You can tiptoe around everything, but you won't succeed in it. That's just it. Hence, look at NoFap. You need to just do it. You can't be cautious about not masturbating. You just don't. Number 17. Wrong selection of associates in business. Now, I have a plan to open a restaurant with my friend who's a chef in a few years. Say when we were about 27, 30, around that age. When we both have a lot of life experience, capital to actually open the restaurant, and career experience. And he is going to be an amazing associate in business because he has a good business mind. He studied business, and he's also a great chef. He's worked in Michelin star restaurants, restaurants on the Michelin Guide. that's a good associate. Who you don't want to go in business with is like someone who has fucking drug habits, someone who's bad with money, someone who's bad at maintaining relationships with friends. You know, if you clash with that person, that's going to be a shit associate. Really think, would you like to be lifelong friends with this person? And then that's when you go into business with that person. Number 18, why you're not successful: prejudice and superstition. Now, superstition, that can be detrimental, I guess, but prejudice is definitely going to hold you back in life. If you don't like people because they're gay, because they're black, because they're Polish, because they're fucking Arabs, you're an imbecile, honestly. Imbecile. You can be right wing, you can be left wing. Don't hate someone because they support Trump. Don't hate someone because they support fucking Bernie Sanders. Prejudice has no place in the world, lads. Just fucking coexist. I know how cringy and fucking left wing that sounds. Look, I think that's why Ireland is such a bloody haven for careers right now. Because nobody has prejudice. I'm actually trying to think. I can't. Nah, you won't succeed in life if you're a prejudiced asshole. Number 19, wrong selection of vocation. Yep. If you choose the wrong career path, you're not going to be happy, and you're not going to want to succeed in that career path. I would like to work in sales, and I'd like to climb up the rank in sales. I'd like to do it in my current company because I really love the company, great benefits, all that nonsense. But it's on a standstill, so that's why I'm working on me, myself, and I right now. I'm not going to. No way. I got the offer to work in tech support in my company, like I'm doing customer care. I got offered to do technical support. No fucking way. That is the wrong vocation for me. I'll go into that. I will be unhappy. I won't succeed. No, thank you, lads. You should. If you're working a job right now that you hate, you're just not going to be successful. Leave that fucking. Think about what you want to do. Do it. Number 20. Another thing that really haunts me: lack of concentration and effort. I have a habit of doing things really half-assed. Extremely half-assed. The only thing I've actually put effort into recently was my e-commerce business. I've put everything into it. Actual hours, time and dedication. But till then, this whole year actually I've been fairly dedicated, but my whole life I've been doing everything really half-assed, like at a whim. And that I probably would have been a lot more successful if I had just put more effort into things. That is it's a killer for everyone. I think productivity takes an awful bash just because most people just couldn't give a shit about anything. It's just really I think you put little effort in when you don't know the purpose for what you're doing. While you're doing something, if you don't actually like what you're doing, you're going to just be a half-assed job at it. Yeah, that's exactly what I meant to say. Number 21. I know. Look, I'm ticking off everything on this list. Lack of indiscriminate spending. Basically, you want something, you see it, you buy it. Now that's exactly who I'm targeting with my business. I'm doing a thing called drop shipping. 99% of you know what it is because you're on the internet. But that's what I'm targeting. People that love impulse buying. And I was one of those retards for a long time. And I know that's a heavy word to use, but fuck me, I've been so dumb with my money for many years, up until now. And you need to be discriminate with your spending, lads, or you're just going to be unsuccessful. You can't invest if you've got no money laying around. Number 22, lack of enthusiasm. I know people in my personal life that just have no enthusiasm about life at all. Do you know what they're like? They're like Eeyore. Do you know the stuffed fucking... I think he's an elephant or some sort. He's the grey fucker in Winnie the Pooh. That, like, he's just apathetic, sad, dreary, lack of enthusiasm. That I've never had a lack of enthusiasm in life. Thank fuck. That's if there's anything on this list I definitely don't want, it's that. People who aren't enthusiastic about life, I don't know what advice to give you, man. I really don't. Number 23, intolerance. That just speaks for itself. I'm not even going to touch on that. Intolerance. Number 24, intemperance and overindulgence. I've never suffered from ill temper. I've always been fairly calm. In my early teen years I was a bit of a dickhead. like on Xbox Live and shit like that, but I wouldn't count it anymore. Overindulgence, I used to be fat, so I used to be like extremely fat. So, you know, I used to overindulge in every aspect: masturbation, food, what have you, weed, alcohol, all the time. And I was extremely unsuccessful. I was working in a call center and I was struggling to leave because I was doing everything wrong, completely overindulging in every bad habit I had back then. Number 25, inability to cooperate with others. Some fuckers just love a fight. They love arguing. I know people like this in my personal life now, and they really stand out. Like, they grind on everybody's gears. If you're one of those people that just like clashing, you know, how are you ever going to succeed? You need to have affiliates in life. You need to have friends for you to actually succeed. You can't just clash with people like that. Number 26, the possession of power that was not acquired through self-effort, nepotism. I know a lot of people that got jobs and power because they know someone or pass through a family member, and they're shit. They're shit. People that have high-ranking jobs because they started at a startup when the company was very small, and then it got acquired or something along those lines, and they're just shit at their job. They're bad. Number 27 on the list, intentional dishonesty. Now this one is a fucking killer. One attribute I'm just gonna tool about. I like being honest. I love being honest. If my friends ever ask me for advice, I'll just be brutally honest with them. Not obviously hurtful, but you know, sometimes you have to be cruel to be kind. Tell people what they don't want to hear in order to help them. I appreciate when people do that for me. I've grown. The most I've grown was when people tell me harsh shit. My neighbour's a bit inconsiderate and my dog's going ape shit. Like, my manager in work, if I do some bullshit, he'll tell me, and it fucking hurts to hear it, you know. But fuck, by Christ, I will do my best the next day. I won't want to disappoint that man. He's honest, and he doesn't have any of that like intentional dishonesty. I don't think he'll ever pull the wool over my eyes. An example of it would be, say, when I relapsed, I would be on day 100 now, something like that. Nah, I'd be on like day 70, maybe more. No, actually, yeah, I would be on day 100. Fuck me, Jesus. Imagine I didn't tell you about the relapse, and I just was making a day 100 video now, being a fake nofap guru. That's intentional dishonesty, and that's bad. That's sleazy behaviour. I wouldn't respect someone that lies like that. Number 28, egotism and vanity. Nobody likes a narcissist. Absolutely nobody likes a narcissist. Now, we can all be vain and think about our appearance and shit, and I'm guilty for that. Like, very much so. I can be vain sometimes, but you can't let the ego take control. Ego is the enemy. Great book by Ryan Hall. I would recommend that to everybody. Ego is literally the enemy. Look up my name of my channel, Stoic Speaks. I named my channel Stoic Speaks because I adopted Stoicism to control my ego. If you have an ego in life, it's going to fuck you up so much. People are going to hate you. You're going to hate yourself. You're going to have a horrible negative vibe about you because you put yourself on such a pedestal. You see others, everyone as being below you, and it's going to fuck your life up, make your life difficult, because your ego won't allow your life to go smoothly. Number 29, guessing instead of thinking. Basically being impulsive. I've lived my life like this a long time up until 2019. I would just wing everything, play everything by ear, guess as I went. Never had a plan on anything. But now my life is way different. I sit down and think analytically about things, make sure I'm doing things right. I think it comes with maturity. But some people never really grow out of that. They just kind of wing everything. Sometimes you'll get lucky, but most of the time you won't. Number 30, reason why you won't succeed: lack of capital. And yeah, you can't make money without spending money. That's it. Like, unless you get some straight up get rich quick scheme. Like, say you want to invest in crypto. Very shit way to make money. Very, very shit way to make money. You're not gonna... Okay, I'm not gonna get into it. But, okay, you want to start a business, you need money. To be successful, to be extremely successful, it takes money. Say you want to go to university, that costs cash money. You want to start a business, costs cash money. You need that startup capital, and you need to learn how to save to do so. And number 31, that can be your own reason for not succeeding. For me, it would be hanging around with waste men. Not that I do, but that would, people that I look around with, like, I went to school with people who are now dead, heroin dealers, they're on heroin, they've been to prison. Like, kids I grew up with and hung out with, they fell in with the wrong crowd. They hung out with waste men, and they have zero chance of success. I'd say 50% of my primary school class, which is like, I don't know, I guess elementary school, like 12 and under, one of them just died recently from overdose on pills, like Xanax and shit. One of them went to prison, one of them did heroin, and it's all because they hung around with the waste men. They hung out with the scumbags. I was from a shitty area as a kid, but my mother never allowed me to hang out with these shitheads. Never. Wouldn't allow it at all. I hung around with like the Filipino kids and the nerds, and I'm grateful for that. Your circle is a direct mirror of who you are. You are who you hang out with. So I hang out with myself a lot of the time because I can't grow up myself. I won't allow it. You've got to surround your mind, fill your mind with what you want in your life, and then you will succeed. But listen, lads, I hope you enjoy this video. I enjoyed making it. I hope you guys subscribe, and if you enjoy this video, give it a like, and I'll see you around soon. You take care now.